Man, you think we get like 4 bars from you?
4 bars.
I know you got some.
I'm not a freestyle, but let me
You
see.
ain't got a
Let me see,
freestyle.
let me
You know
see.
your freestyling ain't freestyling no more.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, get it from your best song.
Check it. I'm talking numbers like 20 dozen. Like what's become us? I only move for a couple commas. That do the problem. You should be bothered and truly honored. I want to eat like I'm Jeffrey Dahmer and 2 piranhas. Yeah,
That's dope.
Yeah, man, it's a little
From like
it's
Jeffrey Dahmer and 2 piranhas.
Yeah, man.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Appreciate
For
it.
those who don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer was eating niggas out here, leading them back to the house and shit, and,
Hell yeah.
and biting pieces of niggas' asses off,
Yeah, well, yeah.
throwing them in the garbage.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to eat the game up like that.
Yeah. He mean in a heterosexual way. I seen his wife, so it's cool.
Yo, this is Blaze, and you're watching This Is 50.com. Hello.
I can't stand the rain. Blaze, what's up, boy?
What up?
I said, what's up, boy?
What's up?
I said, what's up, boy?
How you doing?
How you been, man?
Hey, real good, man. Real good.
Yo, bro, you is one of the hottest up and coming garment district motherfuckers that ain't in the garment district.
Hey.
And did you know we in the garment district right now?
You know, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we are in the garment district right now. This is where they make all the clothes in New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta stop by here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through it.
You need to go on, goddamn, make some connections, shake some hands, be some friends.
Yeah.
Everything here are cool. All kinds of different Sean John, all that stuff right here,
Wow.
and
Okay.
within a 2-block radius. So, like, how did you even get into the whole clothing line?
So-
what is that? Because you a very fashionable guy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Man, the company started with jewelry. You know, we started.
Jewelry?
Yeah, we started with jewelry, and I started the
But
company.
when you say jewelry, right?
like
you mean like
custom grills. Custom,
Okay.
because living in Dallas, Texas, and all that, it's big
It's a
out
way of
there.
life. Yeah.
But now it's become pretty much commercialized grills. When the Kardashians started doing it, and
my
everything.
grandma got a grill.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but I initially started the company because I was trying to fund my music career. And I pretty much came from the bottom, man, and went through some real struggling time, and it felt like when your back's against the wall, it's kind of like that's when your most genius ideas come to play. So everything just started falling in line. I started educating myself about like online marketing, social media. I obsessed in it, and then within a month, I figured it out. So it started off with the jewelry, and then we started doing the jerseys with the Hennessy jersey, the Prodigy jersey from Shook Ones, and we released it like 3 weeks before he passed. And so I'm on my way back from Vegas, and then all of a sudden I start getting all these notifications talking about rest in peace Prodigy, and I'm like, what? I'm like, oh shit. And like, I was selling the jersey because he was an influence of mine. Every piece of clothing I have is like an influence, something that influenced me. So that crushed me, and then immediately I was like, we got to reach out to his family or somehow. And then we were hitting them up, and nobody was contacting us back. And then the jersey went viral. Like it just went viral. And then Twin from Infamous Mob, he contacted me, and then we got in touch with Prodigy's daughter and started sending her the proceeds from the sales of that jersey. So that's pretty much how it went off of that. And then it just sparked the idea in my head where, if these jerseys can do well, let's do something that's never been done, like the Thriller jersey, making a jersey with zippers on the side, things like that. So that's pretty much how it came about. And being fashionable, fashion was never a passion of mine, but now, it's become like, I'm like, well, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it the right way, and really come up with some creative ideas. Just like with the music, what I'm saying? I want to stand out and do something that others aren't doing. So.
And how would you describe your style of music?
My music, I'm a songwriter. I'm an all-around artist, from a producer to the chords to the snare. It's like I just want it to sound almost like a movie. I want
soundtrack.
Yeah, a soundtrack,
a
score. You know what I mean? It's melodic and just mixing everything that I've learned, everything that's influenced me. You'll hear Bone in there. You'll hear Michael Jackson, especially when you see me on stage. You'll definitely see Michael Jackson.
You dance?
I don't do a whole routine, but I might do a move or two where you be like, oh shit.
What's your go-tos when you ain't got to do it?
Glide across the floor real quick.
Okay.
glide across the floor real quick, and they be like, "Where did that come from?" Or it's just, you know, those snap movements on the beat. You know, things like that where people are like, "Oh, he's holding back," but I see what he's doing. So entertainment has been huge for me. You know, I feel most comfortable on stage.
Do you come from a long line of entertainers? Anybody else in your?
No.
Are you the first one?
I'm the first one. You know, we had that talk. I told you. I recently found out that Young M.A. is my niece, but it's through like my brother's brother. You know what I'm saying? He was her stepfather. So even that story is kind of like she don't know about me. I just found out about her not that long ago through the family. But you know, that's the only music that I know that's came about, and that's on my dad's side. You know, cause my dad, he was black, rest his soul, and my mother's Italian. So on my mother's side, nobody was into music. So yeah, Michael Jackson. I mean, not having a father and having to pretty much like, you know, watch TV and Soul Train, and then I learned about Michael Jackson at like 4 years old, and I just like total fanned out. I'm talking in my room for hours every day, just practicing the moves and everything like that. So it became me as far as music. Yeah.
Well, if you still need a dad, I'll be your dad. No homo. I got you. Don't even worry about it, man. I'm a father figure type of guy, you know?
Yeah. We probably the same age, man. I look young.
Word?
Yeah, I heard you say your age. I ain't gonna say it on camera because I don't, you know.
No, I'm Googling my shit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably like a year or two younger.
It's never too late for nothing.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. Good is good.
Yeah, and timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
Man, I live by this where I tell people embrace your failures, because I feel like the more times you fail, is the more times you learn, you know, and once you get them out the way, it's kind of like that's when the snowball effect starts creating, because it's like if I get rid of everything that didn't work and I keep the things that did work, then all of a sudden everything just starts falling into place. And that's why I say timing is everything. But if you don't put yourself out there to fail, then you never even get to that point.
You'll never know.
Right.
If you could do anything over again, what would it be? Anything. You're in a really good place, man. I see your wife. She's gorgeous.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see the lifestyle, and you got these companies and everything. It look like that you are in an excellent place.
Yeah, man. I really, you know, if you would have asked me that 2-3 years ago, there would have been a whole bunch. But at this point, it's like, you know, I understand why I had to go through what I went through.
You get it.
Yeah, I was homeless at a point with my daughter in the back seat asking, "When are we going home, Daddy?" So it's like everything that I've been through, I know it was for a reason. You know, I wouldn't have learned from my mistakes. Like I said, I had to fall down and get up. You know, so I wouldn't change nothing, man.
Wow.
I wouldn't change nothing.
Word. Damn, man, that was deep right there.
Thank you, man. It's real, man.
You was really on that pursuit of happiness,
bro. Man, it's real. Like it was bad, man. Then
how did you get yourself out of that?
It's just obsessing in the things that I knew that I had to change. You know, it was like a muscle. You know what I mean? It's like if I'm weak in the arms, I need to work the shit out of my biceps to get it up. So I knew I was weak when it came to. I don't, you know, especially as a music artist, like, you know, being young, it's like, oh, I'm good and it's gonna fall into my lap and, you know, I'm gonna get a record deal and things like that. And then I started realizing, like, okay, all these things that they're doing or that the things that's needed to do, I can learn on my own. The information is right at my fingertips. You know what I'm saying? So I started learning that, and I knew I have to take care of the foundation first to even be in a right mental state to create music or create the next plan. So I was like, let me focus on the foundation, and that's the funding my life in a way where I'm comfortable and I can make these moves without being scared to make them financial or waiting for somebody else to make them for me. So that's when everything started changing, man. I just was like, I gotta do this for myself. And I believe that whatever you obsess in is what you're gonna see results from. You know, and that's what I obsessed in. And it's just becoming better. Becoming a person, all around, like when I met my wife, you know what I'm saying? Everything, like I said, I wouldn't change anything, even the fucked up women that I had in my past, because it led me to her, you know? So everything, bro. It just, I had to change everything, man. I did a total 360, though. Yeah.
What does your name mean?
My name is my last name. It's Blaise, Blais. It's French, and in France it's pronounced Blais. But yeah, I've been going by that artist name for a minute. I was just like, I wanted to be original. You know, everybody pronounces it wrong, but I'm like, you know, they'll get it eventually. But it's my real name. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to This Is 50 Man before we get up out here?
Man, I want to appreciate Jack for having me. If everybody who's watching, please check out the new video with me and Busy Bone called YNTG. You can find it on YouTube. Also, I'm working behind the scenes on Busy's next project, which I'm really excited about, man, because the sound that the Bone fans have been asking for is the sound that we're bringing back. You know, Busy's sound like he's at his healthiest right now. His vocals are sounding amazing. The music behind him is sounding amazing. Then we have his sons that I'm working on their project, also Bloodline Harmony. So I just want y'all to focus on what's coming from me, Blaise, but most of all, I'm excited about what's coming from Busy and his sons, man. I think 2018 is gonna be really big, you know.
That's what I want to hear, man.
Yeah, and industry pieces, you can find the jerseys. You might have seen Jack in the Michael Jackson Thriller jersey. Today I got the Missy jersey from Super Duper Fly.
Yeah.
But I did something special. I did the 757 on the back.
Word.
I was raised in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. So yeah, man. Y'all check that out, man. And again, it's just a blessing to be here. I've been wanting to get here for a while, man.
Really?
Yeah, for a while, man. I'm doing for years, yeah, man. So this is big for me, man. I know it's all God, and I appreciate the opportunity, brother.
That is, man.
Yeah.
Like I always say, you just can't say you're real or something. You gotta be, man. We over when we out of here. Do you have something in mind? Y'all go to commercial. And don't kiss them hoes in the mouth unless you got to.